Dear friends, it's very important for Ukraine to adopt the euro. I call again for that. And I want to underline, we can probably not do NATO so fast because everybody is a little bit goo-goo on NATO. And I'm really don't understand. EU membership might also take years. That's a complicated regulatory alignment process. But the euro we can do tomorrow. And here's the big tool which we made in Kosovo and in Montenegro, and by euro alignment with basically everybody but Albania now. It's totally ridiculous that Ukraine is not back to the euro, and it's not best it's absolutely the best policy to adopt the euro in Ukraine. And this is what I call for, And then the reconstruction is built on the euro. They cannot put the printing press, but we fund the war, and it's much better, and it's much more stable, and it's much more winning strategy, and it makes it clear to the world that Ukraine is a European Union future member. Makes the integration, the investment, the security, the inflation, all aspects are much better. And this spiral of constant devaluation, which is hurting everybody, is then also ended. And it's the best policy ever. And for a country totally integrated in the European economy and so dependent from the European economy, because we basically will fund it now with this kind of Belgian veto against the sizing of the Russian assets, or the repatriation loan, and this complicated scheme is dead. So we have to do a big debt package in December Council. And so it's much more logical attached to that the condition for the Europeanization of the currency, the euro introduction. So we sent 120 billion or 140 billion. I think it needs more, and we should really do the whole war costs on the European taxpayers in a debt package, because then you don't pay it today in the energy prices, but you pay it over the next 20 or 40 years. And you do 2,000 billion, a new kind of COVID style, bigger, plus victory bonds issued by the European Union. The global financial markets will digest that very well. And then these euro bonds will be used to rearm Europe to the energy transition, the integration or enlargement, and all the other things. And I say it for 3.5 years. It's so logically, but okay, no insults for my friends, the politicians, but it's, the dogmas have to be put overboard, and we have to really get going here. And this is the best. And then we should anyhow size the Russian assets for the costs and reduce the debts whenever we have the courage and have overcome this Belgian veto, because that's the best way to do it. Yes, that's my proposals: euro bonds, confiscation, and euroization of Ukraine. Thanks a lot. All the best for victory, integration, liberation, freedom for Crimea, and for NATO membership, and all the things starting with the euro for Ukraine, as they, by the way, started with the German reunification and the German integration in NATO in 1948. If you know history, it's the German mark, it's the euro now. Thanks a lot. Bye.